Hello, welcome to the Kratom Sobriety Podcast. My name is Lauren, and I am here with Steve. How are you today, Steve?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm happy it's summer. And where are you at right now?
I'm in Chicago, a suburb of Chicago, New Lenox, Illinois.
Okay.
Currently at my daughter's house in the basement. So that's currently where I'm at right now, tonight.
Tell me just a little bit about yourself, where you're from, or hobbies that you have right now.
I was born in Chicago, and I grew up on the fringe in the city, the fringe of the city in a little town. It's called Burbank. I'll be 64 in August, and I've been a painter for about 40 years. I was married for 33 years, and my wife passed away 7 years ago. And also that year, my son passed away from alcoholism that year.
Wow.
So, 2019.
Sorry.
I'm here, and this is my daughter. I'm at my daughter's house. I have 2 grandchildren. They have a beautiful family.
Hi.
I have a nice relationship now to a girlfriend. So
Okay.
it hasn't been easy, but
You had mentioned your son. Is there addiction in your family when you were younger, or your parents, or anything like that?
not so much on my mother's side. She had 2 brothers and 1 sister it was the 60s and early 70s. And I was just a kid, but we didn't visit them much. And I knew they drank a lot. That's all I really knew. And my dad drank. He drank beer all the time, and I would sit with him, watch the Cubs games and stuff, but he wasn't what I would consider alcoholic. He went to work, functioning maybe, whereas from the minute I started, I had problems.
So you had a drink problem as
Oh, yeah.
well.
Yes, drinking, opiates, a lot of substances, cocaine. And I've had periods of some decent sobriety also in my life. After my son was about a year old, I got sober, and I stayed sober for good 5 years with meetings and another 6 years without them. But then I went back. I began drinking again New Year's Eve on 2000. It's a long, kind of drawn out thing, but
A lot of people that struggle with kratom, this is their first addiction, and then there's others like us. I as well struggled with it. So what was your first experience with kratom? Where did it come from in your life?
okay. I heard of it, maybe seeing it on the store window or maybe on the news, but nothing that stands out to how I heard about it. But this year, early January, it popped into my kind of old addictive mind. I haven't been drinking the last few years. And anyway, I've always been plagued with anxiety. I thought maybe this Kratom it's like an herb and I'll try it and help me.
So you just heard about it, and you had heard that it's good for anxiety, thought
I
you would
thought,
try it?
yes, that's what I thought. So I went to I would call it a fancy CBD Kratom store. It was in a real nice neighborhood and nice sign and everything. I went in there and the guy explained a little to me, but it was the red vein kratom, white vein kratom, and I don't know what the other one is. But to get a bottle of like 100 tablets for $9 or $10, and
Wow.
something like that, or 50 pills maybe. But they didn't do anything for me. I was like, this is nothing. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I went to another store in the city, and I was talking to the owner there. And he told me, I was asking him questions about the Kratom. And he showed me a package on the other side of the store. He said, this sells a lot. This is very good for pain and everything. And a lot of people buy this. I said, really? Okay, I'll try it. And it was like four little pills for $20. And he said, it said on the direction, take a half a pill, only 1 pill in 24 hours. And I was like, anyway, I was afraid of it. I took the half a pill. I took the other half a pill, and then I started to feel something, obviously. It felt good. So I proceeded to eat that package of them in the next couple days, maybe.
Okay.
And the race was on. It was on.
So did you Since you had been a previous opiate addict, did it remind you
Yes,
of the opiate? Okay.
yes, kinda itchy, relaxed, energy.
Mhm.
I get energy from opiates. I don't know. I work like
Mhm.
crazy, and so it definitely reminded me of opiates. That's what got me.
The first time I took one of those shots, that's exactly what happened to me. I knew very quickly that's what it was, but I don't know, did you realize that it was gonna be as addictive
No,
as opiate?
no, I have never felt anything as strong as an addiction as that. I used opiates, but I never used opiates for 5 years every day or anything like that. It would be opportunity. It
Okay.
would be an opportunity. I would get some, and I would take too many of them all the time. But this, I think I realized within 10 days that I was hooked, physically hooked. 'Cause, boy, I we got a package every day then. I started using them every day. As soon as I got up, and right away I noticed the next morning when I woke up, I didn't feel well. That opiate hangover. So found quickly that another half a pill or whatever, or a pill, and within 15 minutes, I felt fine. I felt great. And I was like, "Oh, no. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Really?"
It can be scary to realize that. It was so scary to realize that I had to have it just to go to work.
I had to have it that quickly, and then I was
Mm,
stealing it from my girlfriend, and so obviously you don't damage the relation my own that's no way to live, trying to hide things, and I've got a history of addiction, and she saw it. I've been with her 5 years now, and so she knows me now, and I just felt awful that I was doing this behind her back, and that
yeah. What kind of ways were you trying to conceal it from her? Like, how did that look?
I just kept it in my van. I did never or in my pocket. I just came home like nothing was going on. I just tried to act as normal as possible. But as I went on, my personality changed. Definitely. The personality changed. I did not reveal to her at all that I was hooked, and I was terrified, really. It only took about I only used
Good.
it for 7 weeks. 7 weeks.
Wow.
And right away, like I said, I would wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning. Say the last dose I took when it was a 7 at night or 8 o'clock at night, and then 3 o'clock in the morning, I would wake up and restless, completely restless, couldn't go back to sleep unless I had a half a pill or something. I would take that and then I could go back to sleep. That quickly was
Mm.
withdraw right away. I'd be getting in and out tub all the time at 3 o'clock in the morning to withdraw.
Mm.
And then when I woke in the morning, my first thought was that this had just become a total nightmare. It was very dark. It was very
Mm.
dark felt. I wanted to say something. I was afraid to lose my relationship. And I kept telling myself, "You could quit tomorrow. I'll quit. Tomorrow I'll quit. I'll put it down." Then I
Mhm.
realized I was telling myself when I was under the influence that I'll quit tomorrow, and that was totally
Mhm.
false. It was totally false, and so it was just dark and scary.
So you realized quickly that it was an addiction problem and you kept saying, I'm going to quit tomorrow. What are some ways that you tried to quit?
I wouldn't go and get it right away. Maybe I'd
Hmm.
drive the halfway to work, and I would just try to hold out as long as I could, but I couldn't. I would get into driving, I would be miserable. I actually got sick. My stomach, I'd feel like I had to throw up until I got some of that down again. So I tried, and many times I threw the packages out the windows many times too. Take one, and I would be driving, and I'd be like, "F this." I don't know if I could swear on here or not, but and I would throw it out the window. And it really, I've had alcohol is bad. I had a lot of hangovers, but I never had DTs or terrible withdrawal from alcohol. But this withdrawal was
Hmm.
something like I never experienced really. I was hooked on those after my wife and son died. the doctor prescribed me that for 4 years. And that was
Right.
pretty rough. That was rough too. So that's what really scared me. My experience with the benzos and then realizing how hooked I was on this now, I was like, oh my God. And just
Did you have any other consequences besides your physical withdrawals and things? Were there other consequences that were
my relationship, when I finally got the nerve to tell Noreen, financial consequences, I spent a lot of money on them. I didn't bank
Mm.
myself, but I spent a lot of money. When I finally revealed what I was doing to Noreen, I just wanted to crawl into a hole. She was so angry, felt betrayed. But you really you don't want to hurt people you love. That's what addiction does. And then I tried to stop it at home. I gave my money away. I didn't have my car keys. I didn't have any money. And I was going to try to sit in the apartment and do it. And I could not do it. I called one of my friends from Alcoholics Anonymous and I went into a detox center in New London.
okay. So how did you find a detox center for Kratom? Did they know what it was?
They did. They did when I told
Okay.
them. I had been there previously and it was close to home. I don't know. It's not like I know every detox center everywhere, but this was just, I knew where to go. I was lucky to be
Yeah.
close somewhere. And a few hours after I got to Suboxone, I felt much better, much better.
So how long were you in the detox?
8 days, 8 days.
Okay.
And
Did you do a quick 7-day taper or
it
how
was a,
did you manage?
it was a 7 day taper where they gave me, I think it was 12 milligrams Suboxone, then 8, then 6, then 4, then I believe 3, 2, and then 1. And that was good. That was fine.
First of all, what pushed you to quit? Was it just what pushed you to quit?
I didn't want to live like that. Addiction has been hurt me and my family so much. I couldn't carry it. My conscience was just killing me. It was really, I couldn't go on like that. It was that quick. It was that quick.
It was pretty quick for me. I was, see, maybe April, May, maybe like 8 or 9 months that I was on 7.
Were you
It was
using the 7OH also?
yes, I started with extracts and then I got to the 7-OH and can agree with you 100%. The consequences are just crazy, and I did end up getting help, and they didn't know what it was. That's why I asked you if the medical
Oh,
professionals knew what it because it was pretty defeating to have them not know what that.
they knew. I think in the last, I don't know how long you've been off of it, but around some of the suburbs around here have banned it already. So they're aware.
Mhm.
The detox center here is aware of it,
That
getting more and more cases of it.
absolutely. Did you when you quit and you did that, what was the first month when you got home? What was it like then?
I went to a 28-day treatment program after that, after detox, and I did well. And I got out, and there's more to this story. There's a twist. So
Okay.
I was out about 2 weeks, and I was going to visit my mother, and I walked past one of the smoke shops again, and I just casually walked in there and bought it again. That easy. After I had been through detox, 28-day program, told everybody how much I hated it and how much I didn't want to hurt everybody. I casually walked in there and got it again.
So, what were you thinking about? Like, when you walked by, you said casually because I had some similar almost close calls. So, what was going through your head when you were going by there to get to just look at it?
Over the 2 weeks I was out, that first week I drive past the store and go, ooh, yuck. When I don't know. I remember I was going to visit my mom, and it's not too pleasant going to visit there. I don't know. For no reason, nothing. Not only the fact that I was going there, and I felt a little crappy about going there to say. And so I used it 2 more weeks. That was a month ago. So I am fresh.
Okay.
I am
Okay.
fresh.
2 weeks and then you stopped cold turkey, or did you have to
No,
go through
I got
detox again?
Suboxone. So I'm
Okay.
currently on Suboxone 2 milligrams, and I want off of this really bad because this is no picnic either. The Suboxone to me,
Oh,
it's keeping me
wow.
away from the Kratom and everything else. So I have over a month without the Kratom. They call it
Okay, wow.
medically assisted.
Absolutely. And there's so many different recovery options, and recovery is not linear. It's not the same for everyone. Whatever works to get our life recovered. We're living a recovered life, and that's your journey. But I'm just glad you're off of it. And I'm glad you have a month. Congratulations on a month.
Yes,
Every day is hard. I feel like it's one day at a time, like they say.
it is. Every day is hard. Every day is hard.
Have you used any tools besides the Suboxone? Are you digging back into meetings, or what are you
Well, I
doing?
have been using your podcasts every night.
Okay.
I listen. I'm currently enrolled in an IOP program nights a week, and they know what my problem is. I attend the AA meeting at least once a week. I'm in contact with those guys. I pray. I ask God for help. Spiritual. I'm doing everything I can to keep the boogeyman away.
And I think those 2 weeks, did you go back to hiding it? Obviously, you went back to hiding it
Yes. Oh,
when you relapsed.
yes. Yes.
So how did it come back up? Did you just go to her finally?
I've just been on the Suboxone.
Did you tell her? Did you go to her and tell her what had happened when you relapsed?
No, no, it's the
Okay.
tough spot.
Yes, absolutely it is. I know I was hiding it from everyone. I hid it for a long time thinking that I was getting away with it, thinking that nobody knew. And like you said, personality
Mm,
changes, things, who you are and what you say and what you do and what you're willing to do to get it. And it's very scary.
it's very scary.
It is. So when you were in the 28-day detox or
Yeah.
rehab, did they do groups in there as
Oh,
well? And
yes, we did a lot of groups. It's more psychotherapy. It's called Existential Counseling Services in Joliet, Illinois.
okay,
And it's a really good program run by two doctors, Dr. Sharma, two brothers.
okay.
One is a psychiatrist and one is a psychologist. Very intelligent guys. And their mission in life is to help addicts. They have 3 treatments, 28-day programs, and they have sober living houses and stuff like that. They've dedicated their life to this, to help
Wow.
people
Well,
with addiction.
I'm glad you were able to go there
Yes,
and get the help you needed,
yeah,
especially just that beginning where you're at that month in is a tough one. It's
I
definitely a
am.
tough one.
It is a tough one.
What some of the like during the month this month? I know you're on the Suboxone. Do you still did you have any physical besides the with the Suboxone helping? Did you have any emotional issues? Because I know a lot of people have said they've gotten depressed or
Very,
just really.
I'm prone to depression, my personality. I am functioning. I'm able to go to work.
Mhm.
Weight loss. I feel exhausted. I feel exhausted. I definitely,
So even though that you're struggling with this and you're in the tough of it, do you feel like even still now your life is a little better
it is,
because you're
it
not
is,
doing
it
it?
is so much better. It is so much better. The Kratom, that's why when I saw that I could sign up for your podcast, that I find this very interesting. And I just got hooked out of the blue on this 7OH. My
Mhm.
experience was really awful. And I can't that it's legal out there.
Mhm.
It's so hard to believe to me that something like this is legal.
It won't be for long, I can't imagine. I live in Ohio, and Ohio is a banned state, so it's no longer on the shelves to find, which is a blessing. I was, very blessed that it's like that because it
Yeah.
eliminates that for me, but not everybody has that.
It just got so dark. Like I said, waking up in the middle of the night, feeling like that is just awful.
It was funny you said 3 a.m. because I very vividly remember one morning at 3 a.m. waking up and thinking, "Oh, no, I don't." in the middle of the night, "This is not good, this is not good." The same things I think we're all very similar minded when we say, "We'll just quit tomorrow," or "Nobody knows," or
Yeah,
the lies and the denial that we're in is just it's very similar thinking. This addiction mindset is very similar. I think that's why the podcast helped me so much was to know that there were other people struggling with it because it's so isolating. What did you like about the podcast? How did it help you?
I just find it very interesting how, first of all, I really knew nothing about the kratom and how it grabbed me and how it is grabbing other people. And I've heard some of the
Mhm.
people on it for years, and my experience was just like, oh my god, I couldn't imagine being on that stuff for years,
Oh,
and just not being feeling alone, not feeling
right.
alone in it, and that we're all human, and we all have faults. I really
Yes.
tend to beat myself up. I was growing up, or years ago, addiction was more of a. It was coming out, it was changing, but it was more of a moral failure. You're bad. You're a bad person, and that's not it. It's a disease. It's a disease. And unfortunately, once you have it, it takes work to keep it at bay. Right. And it tells you that you don't have to work to keep it at bay, that you'll just be fine. But it's very physical, emotional, spiritual.
It is, yes, absolutely. I've heard people say that you take one and then it takes you.
Exactly.
You just put something in your body and this and the powder or any of this, the kratom and all of the derivatives that come from it. You put it in your body thinking it's healthy or thinking it's going to help with pain or and it just takes you. It takes over our lives. And I can say 15 months in that of sobriety, the life change that has happened time when the growth and it's kind of like one of those diseases. It's the only disease that we become a better person by having it.
Yes. Yes.
And I love that. I never wanted an addiction disease, but
No.
the fact that we can and put in the work and become a better person is that's a beautiful.
I've met so many beautiful people in my experience with Alcoholics Anonymous. And since I was in my late 20s, that it is a curse and a gift. You really appreciate life when life isn't about making money or how big you are. It's the relationships that we have, and that's what life is about. And so I think we
Absolutely.
develop a lot of empathy for other
Yes,
people.
I agree. I agree with you on that. Still have it on the shelf. So what do you do now to avoid it or to stay away from it? How do you protect yourself when you go out during the day? You can't stay at home all the time.
I'm really terrified of it. Number one, and my experience with it was just so horrible. It's out of my mind. If you can imagine that. I'm not going around thinking, geez, I wish I had some kratom. I'm not going in these smoke shops at all. I don't just walk in there to look around or anything like that, tempt myself. I'm
Uh,
communicating with people, my sponsor, the spiritual side, and things are just getting better. And I'm
yeah,
grateful that I'm not, by now, God knows what would have it have done 3 more months of that 7OH. It was just awful.
it's nothing. It's very dark. And I know it's hard to just say that to people if they don't
No,
understand, but those listening to this can completely when we say it's dark, we can understand that dark that happens within us when we're on this particular type of drug. It's
yes,
just it's a very dark drug, and not having walking around and not having wanting to go in and get it is a huge feat. That's amazing that you're at that.
it is. It is. It is. So it's one day at a time. I have to put the work in and be grateful. I'm here at my daughter's house and two beautiful grandkids, and life is good. Life is good. I have a job. I have a driver's license. So I've
Yeah.
survived a lot.
So getting involved in the group in AA or whatever other group, there's all kinds of recovery group,
Mm.
but having a sponsor, what does that do for you?
I have a relationship with him that I can reveal anything that I'm thinking, and he's not going to judge it. He's similar. Sometimes we share the same thoughts. We're all human. You don't
Yeah.
have to put on a facade. out there. Obviously, the steps, going, applying steps into my life. So you could do that with anything. Step one, I'm powerless. I'm powerless over Kratom and really anything that changes my feeling, how I feel. So I need to be connected around people of the same thought process, same experiences. It helps. It helps.
Mhm. And I used this podcast the same way. I listened to it night and day. I had it playing in my headphones all the time. Actually, I still listen to a lot of recovery podcasts. It's part of my daily program to stay sober is to listen to podcasts. And so
Yeah.
I think what we're doing here is if you don't know what it can do to help someone, just to create a environment that says, hey, we understand we were there and guess what? We're on the other side or we're getting onto the other side and it is possible. I love the fact that they got together and did this for this particular drug because it's just lonely.
Very lonely, isolating. I don't
Mhm.
know what kind of word I could get explain the darkness, the feeling, but it just feels like you're almost possessed.
I've looked back at pictures. Do you look back at pictures and see that you looked different?
Oh yes, drawn out and tired, that weight loss. Yes, yes. It's
Did you have any of the hair loss? I know people have talked about that or dental problems or anything like that.
that's a good question. I've been losing it. I'm going to be 64, but nothing that I really noticed of it falling out or anything. Thank God. If a
That's
big
good.
spot fell out of the top of my head, I would freak out.
You are very blessed that it was only 7 weeks. I know a lot of people, when we hear on this podcast, they've been on the powder for 10 years. It blows me away that they have to try to come off of it after 10 years. But
Yes,
that's why I'm glad that we have each other here with this and the groups that we can go to. Having a sponsor, my sponsor saves me a lot, or just having a friend
yes,
that can just open up and say it and just say, hey, I'm thinking about using today. This
yeah,
is hard. Them not scold you, but say, "It'll be all right," and think it through. Give it 5 minutes, give it 2 minutes to
yeah.
process in your mind and see if you wanna use it again in 2 minutes when you've thought through how it's destroyed your life, right?
That is the key. And
Mhm.
over a little over a month ago, when I walked in that store, I did not give it a thought, that relapse. But what made me check into the detox so quick, I believe, was my experience with the Klonopin 4 years ago. After being on that for a number of years, 100 pills a month, it was brutal, and I did not want to go through that again.
Wow.
Yeah, I
Wow,
didn't want to be taking
that's a
Kratom for 4 years and then have to get off of it. Okay.
no. I don't know what the repercussions of keeping doing this, the 7-OH strength, all the strength of that. I don't know what that is because hopefully they're gonna get rid of it before people have been on it for 4 and 5 years, but I know that the odd health problems, the seizures and things like that, the hallucinations that I personally did experience,
You did or didn't?
I did.
You did?
Yeah,
Oh
I
my
did.
god, that would terrify me.
It was very scary, and it's actually what led me into the hospital was just the lack of I just thought I was gonna die, and it's funny that we were talking about the sponsorship and things, and I knew exactly where to go, I knew who to call
Yes,
because I had been Alcoholics Anonymous before, and so every time I'm on here, I try to urge people to find a group,
yes,
find somebody they can talk to, because as scared as we are to tell the truth
yes,
right now, it's so much worse even a week from now
yes,
to have to try to tell the truth. It would be best just to right now.
yes, yes, yes. I agree. I couldn't agree more. I believe that I've been around recovery most of my life that to just try to do it on your own is maybe people do it, but I can't. Can't. And I enjoy the fellowship and the people, and it's a good thing. And you're helping other people.
And I don't think, I know that's part of sobriety, and a lot of people, once they get sober, it's like there's a transformation that happens, and we want to help other people because we know at least I knew how lonely it was,
Yeah.
and so I wanted to reach out because I was willing to say, "Hey, I understand and I want to be there for you and help you." And so the group conversations, and I know somebody that struggled with this and she is a runner and she had a running group and that was what she did,
Yeah.
exercise. and healthy living was what helped her, and that's great too. There's just so many tools that we can use to get better. And
And
just
the more tools you have, better your chances.
yeah.
Yes.
And that's it's great that we have YouTube and podcasts and things that we may not have had, you know, a long time ago, but that we do have now the tools to just even in the middle of the night, we can look at this when we're struggling. I've done that before.
I have it on. It's literally all night. I do have it on. I do. I just found it very interesting. When I got out of the hospital, I think my sponsor had told me about other podcasts, but I just typed in Kratom cast and yours popped up.
That's great.
So here I am. And I was like, well, I got a little story. Not long. Man. Ugh.
It's healing, feel to share our experiences. It can bring some healing just to be able to talk about it with someone who
Yeah.
understands.
Yes, it's just hard. It's just hard.
It is when it's I don't know if you've ever heard that choose your hard speech, but it's being unhealthy is hard, but working out is hard. You have to choose what's your hard that you're willing to take. And it's being sober is hard.
Yes.
Using drugs is hard,
Yeah.
but which hard am I choose? And I want to choose sobriety because my hardest day in sobriety is nothing compared to my hardest day.
No, that's right.
And drug addiction,
Hard.
it's not it is. It's
Yeah.
not the
Just
same.
carrying that along and trying to keep it in all the time is just we're not meant to live like that.
Nope, nope, we are not. Absolutely.
Uh,
So, as you're getting your time in and your sobriety in, do you have any plans?
yes, I'm getting near retirement, so I need to take a serious look at that in the next 2 years. And I would like to be able to go to Florida in the winter for 3 months or 2 months and have a little place here, get married again, and enjoy life, help other people, be at peace, be at peace.
I think about all the things. I just got married not too long ago, and that's a direct sobriety because I was too lying to my partner. And so many of us obviously were hiding things and being able to be on the other side that, and it's so real to be in that moment. I wouldn't have had this had it sobriety. And so you going to Florida or you being married or those things that happen in your life, we can just step back and think, this is why we went through the hard at that point.
Yes. We're lucky if you have your married or significant other to go through life with. To be lonely is not easy. Not easy. So we need people. They drive us nuts,
We
but we need them.
do. We sure do. Do you have anything you would like to say to the audience if they're
Well,
listening and just
I'd
any
like to say that do not buy that 7OH. You will be hooked immediately, if not sooner. And it is no fun. And it's very difficult to come through the other side. It's just gonna take your soul. It's like it takes your soul. It is not worth it. It's a temporary feeling and a long-term problem it causes.
Yep,
And it's
absolutely.
damaging. My memory seems even worse, than
Yeah.
it was.
Yep, it affected my memory too, but my sponsor told me that give it a full year. She kept saying give it a year, and I did notice right about the year point, I started feeling more clear-minded and that fog lifted, and I can say that it did, start to come back for me because my memory was awful. I
It
don't even remember a lot of the first couple months of sobriety.
was
I don't it was
it's
awful.
awful. It is awful. I leave everywhere. I forget things. It's just scary. Scary.
It is very s I'm really glad that you're on the other side and that you're working every day, you have support. I'm really for that, and I hope anyone that's listening to this can hear that there is hope on the other side, but that it's a struggle, but that the struggle is worth it.
It's worth it. And I just thought that I would share what happened to me because it really came out of the blue with this stuff and something I'd never done before. It's been quite a good experience for me. And I appreciate speaking with you, Lauren, and I hope it helps somebody.
It helped me, so I
Yeah,
appreciate you sharing.
good. It helped me, and it's a good feeling. It's a good feeling to express it. It helps me to get it out. to get it out. Like my girlfriend, she didn't understand. She's like, why?
Our families sometimes are, especially if they don't deal with addiction, they have a hard time trying to understand why we just can't stop.
Right.
And so it's nice to that there's other people that understand when you say, I
Yeah.
couldn't stop.
No, I couldn't. I had to get
Yeah,
locked up. Yep.
me too.
We'll get locked
All
up.
all right, Steve, I'm gonna hop off here, but I so appreciate you on the podcast
Okay.
and I to you later.
Okay. You ever need anything, I can help too. I'd be glad to help.
All right. Thanks, Steve.
Is there an online meeting with you guys or anything like that? Kratom?
There is you can get on the show notes,
Okay.
and look for there's lots of show notes, and then you can also email. We get those as well to be supportive. So we do have those tools. There is some communities, some online communities that are
Okay.
Kratom specific.
Okay. Thank you so much.
All
Hope
right.
that helps.
Thanks.
Okay. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.